So once again, I will duplicate my pattern. Don't forget to save your document from time to time under a different name. It's better. So you will have previous versions in case you erase everything or make bad choices. Okay, so this is the duplicate that I may move just beside the other one. Okay, I double click on that duplicate, and here I will put a star in my system here, my pattern. So I use the star tool. Okay, so the star tool, you may choose any number of branches that you want. Use it that way. Click, not click and drag, just click, and when you click with any of these two of those tools, you have entry boxes to choose values. So you may choose the inner values of the radius, the inner radius value, the outer radius value, the number of branch on the star. You click OK, and you have the star here. So, what is happening here? Something strange. The star is filled with the pattern. It's not good at all. So, while the star here is selected, I'll make the stroke disappear, first thing. Then I'll work on the background and put a gradient or a solid color into it, but not a pattern. Don't use patterns into patterns. It will not work. Unless we do something we'll do in a few minutes, but you have to know how it works. So only use gradients or solid colors into your shapes, into patterns. Okay. Okay, there's another way to draw stars, of course. You may draw them by click and drag. That's what I will do here. I show you. I use the star tool, and then I click and drag, and then I choose the number of branches by using the up and down arrows on the keyboard. Of course, the minimum is 3, so I have a triangle. That way you see how to make triangles in Illustrator. They are stars with 3 branches. Okay, number of branches with up and down arrows on the keyboard. Then there are some keys to use on the keyboard. If you are on a Windows PC, that will be Control key. Since you are on a Mac, it is the Command key, the Apple key, CMD key, and you may choose the second diameter, the outer diameter of the star, as you may see. When it's okay, you release the Command key, and then when you move the mouse, it is the size of the star. Okay? Is it working? The size of the star. And then when I use the Command key on the Mac keyboard or Control key on the Windows keyboard, I may choose the diameter of the outer diameter. Okay. Let's say it's okay for me that shape. I release the Command key on the keyboard, and then I move the mouse and choose the size of the star. Okay, I release the button of the mouse, because when I was doing that, the button mouse has been down all the time. And then I have the star. Of course, I'm still able to change its dimension by using the free transform tool, Shift key, and choose to increase or decrease the size. With the Alt key plus the Shift key, it transforms by its center, and it may be useful. Okay. Then I may duplicate the star by moving it with the black arrow and the Alt key, and I have several stars. Good. So you have a pattern, a complicated pattern, of course. I may put some stars behind the monkey. It is quite as if you were working on a regular illustration. You are in edit mode on a pattern, but all of the tools are available. So if I want to put the star behind the monkey, I will use the layer panel, window layers, and I will see what's inside here. Okay. Make the thumbnails a little bit smaller because there are too much objects here. Instead of 80 pixels, I will choose large, and they are not so large. It's okay. So the object here is selected. You see this is this one. I take it here in the layers panel and put it behind the compound path of the monkey, and that's okay. Okay. So I go out of the edit mode and I check if that new pattern is better than the other ones. I'll select my large shape. Oh, by the way, you see that the frame here has followed the inclination of the shape. You may reset it with... Okay. Sorry, that option is not available on that shape. I was talking about the reset bounding box option, but it's not available on that shape, so forget it. Okay, so I select that large shape and check what the pattern looks like on that shape. Remember, you are able to resize the pattern inside by double-clicking on the Scale tool, unchecking Transform Objects, and choosing the size you want here. You type the percentage and hit the tab key on the keyboard, and then it appears, if you have preview checked, of course. Good. Okay, and last thing we'll see today with patterns. Okay, now I will once again duplicate my pattern and then double click on it, and we'll make now a pattern inside of a pattern. So I'll take a rectangle tool. I'll draw a square by holding down the shift key on the keyboard, releasing the mouse button, then the shift key on the keyboard. Once again, a problem, the pattern is inside of it. That's not the pattern that I want. I will use another pattern here, maybe that one. Choose a simple pattern, not too complicated. Change its size by double-clicking on the Scale tool, and you change the size here. You type the percentage, then the tab tool on the keyboard. Okay, so this is a pattern inside of a pattern, and it does not work unless you expand the pattern, you make it not modifiable anymore, you transform it into vectors. Okay?